Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Menasor. And in today's video, if you saw the Predaking episode, which will definitely be coming out before this, I had to look behind me, make sure everything's clean, everything's good and respectable for you. If you saw that video, you know exactly who we're looking at, but if you haven't seen it yet, then you're going to be in for a surprise. Today we are looking at Transformers Combiner Wars G2 Breakdown. Here it is, and I'm not going to waste any more time, so let's get into it. We'll look at his little foot piece, I guess. This guy, of course, does form a leg on my combiner, like the G1 version. You can see there's his foot piece, which, of course, can become a hand, which I guess is neat, but it's like, it really hinders the foot. I think the hand itself is fine. It's the foot, though, that gets really hindered by it, because, like, a foot is obviously much bigger than a hand. Let's be honest here, especially for something like a Transformer. But this is usually what it looks like when I want it to be a gun. Why was it on his back, you may be asking? Well, because on my version, he can't hold on to it at all. I don't think in either. I wasn't even holding on to that. Watch this. Ready? He can't even hold it there. I don't even think the other one can do that either. Yeah, he can't even hold it in his hand. I'll do that one more time just to... See? He can't even hold it. Can he hold it on the back of his hand? Oh. Well, he can hold it on the back of his hand, but that's about it. Can the other hand do that? Oh, no, give me a second. I'm experimenting. Oh, wow, the other hand. So he can hold it from the back of his hand, but not from the front. So he can hold it like a Gatling gun. Oh, yeah, see? You flip this out as an arm piece, and it can be a Gatling gun. Got a giant foot as a hand. Because, yeah, like, see? Look at the size of the foot next to his foot. This foot should be twice that size. It should be like the size of, here, we're going to pull out Volcanicus's bag here just for comparison of the foot. Here is Volcanicus's upscaled foot next to this one. Much bigger. That is a more acceptable size of a foot of a combiner next to a robot's foot. That is definitely a more acceptable size. You know? And that's an upscaled piece, too. I'm pretty sure the original foot piece is more close to that thing's size, because again, Hasbro wanted not only just the combiners to be Scramble City, but they obviously wanted them to be able to share pieces. The only problem is, though, the new combiner feet from Power of the Primes were taller than these. So there's no point in having these as feet and one of the other Power of the Primes feet pieces, because they're both two different heights. Unless you have this guy and you have his feet flipped down, and that might give you something, but yeah. But yeah, here he is. Here's Breakdown. Neat color, I guess. His back. It's just got a hollow-ass hood of a car. God. In terms of actual toys, these guys aren't the best. In terms of memories, for me, they're pretty significant. They were one of my first Transformer figures. Articulation, arms can move up and down. Elbow can go all the way up due to transformation. That just formed like the whole door of the car. But yeah, I gotta get moving because I'm pressed for time. I have my driver's test today when you're seeing this, but I'll be taking it before you see this. So once you see this, maybe I'll tell you if I passed it or not. I don't know. I have no idea if I passed it. This is one of those parts where I'd really love to put in like a little thing where it said, hey guys, Future Sawyer here. I didn't pass. I crashed into an electrical post. I'll start laughing my butt off if I look back at this video in the future after I could drive. Oh my god. His head can move though, which by the way, nice head sculpt. I didn't really look at Rampage's, but it's very simple. He can move pretty well. His legs are a bit wonky because it's like... These guys were never the best toy. Again, that's the thing. Menasor was made after, like, I think a bunch of other combiners. And all they did for Menasor was just steal a bunch of other robot designs. Like, other combiner characters that came out, they had all new robot designs in each one. And each one, usually there was one or two designs that was new. With Menasor here, I even have him right over here because he can't stand up without one of his legs. This guy is just all reused robots. All reused, repainted, and have new head sculpts. That's all he is. I understand why, because all the cars they reused were basically what their car modes were, but come on, man. The least you could have done was made Motormaster different, giving us a new truck cab design. But yeah, also his legs can move like that. Bend at the knee. Swivel up thigh. And no ankle articulation, but the toes can do that for transformation, so you can move it up and back. You can move the heel like that, I guess. But yeah, now let's get into transformation, shall we? Let's. Oh yeah, one thing too, actually, real quick. I need comparisons. I was literally gonna grab one of those before I started this video. Ooh, we'll do this guy. Another Stunticon. here is Legacy Wild Rider, and they're both the same size, roughly. This guy might be a smidge taller, which makes sense, because in this guy's combiner team, he doesn't form the whole leg unit like this guy does. This guy forms the whole leg except for the foot. This guy forms just the back calf. The whole front of the leg, or the whole leg itself, actually, from the knee to the ankle, or the front half at least, is made out of Motormaster's trailer. But yeah, so. And again, the bit I did say, and I did show, or see, if you look at one of my videos from a long time ago of me looking at Menasor, you will see he has white bits on his kneecaps. Those are actually the same combiner port as this guy has right here, right there in his chest. So you could actually take off the knee part there and then put on one of these guys, which is cool. It just sucks, though, because you need Motormaster for these guys to Scramble City. It's not like these guys where if you bought one, they could immediately just Scramble City style. You need Motormaster for these guys to do that, which is annoying. It would have been pretty cool, actually, if, like, each character came... If each character, I guess, was kind of priced at a Voyager or something like that, and each character came with one of those combiner leg bits, because then it meant they could have did something else. But, yeah. Now let's get into transformation. Oh, yeah, there's number marketing thing right here. But, yeah, let's get into transformation, shall we? Let's. First thing you want to do is flip up the arms, bring them down, and then what you want to do is you want to hinge this up like this. It's on like a double hinge joint, so then you want to flip the head down like that, bring this down, and then there should be, there's two tabs right here, which will go into these two tabs here on the front bumper, which should fit if you did everything right, which I did not. It's not right. Oh, wait, hold up. I think I missed a step. Hold up. But do everything you just did, but spin the head around so it looks like this. Spin the head around because his front of his face is too fat. You need the flat part here to fit. Do that, and then you see there's a tab there, and there's a tab here on the combiner joint, which if I flip it out, there it is. Which it is annoying, though, because if you flip it out, then he has a big hollow spot right here in his chest, but... Yeah, there it is. Flip that down, and then you want to simply just plug this into the combiner thing, and then you want to plug this in. You see it'll just tab in, and then one of my favorite things to do, and then you want to flip up the feet, and one of my personal favorite things to do is to just simply, tab the two legs together, and then if you move him around, it's like he's got like a trailer or something like that, or like an articulated bit there. But it's just a pretty funny alt mode. Which, of course, then you hinge these leg bits up, which we'll then just plug in. You want to hinge these up like that. No, I'm kidding. But there he is. I'm pretty sure he's like a Lamborghini, but I do like him. He's definitely probably my favorite car mode out of all of them. Him and Dragstrip probably are my favorites. Just because I've always been a fan of big, chunky, fast cars, and that's exactly what this guy is. Again, for comparison, I'm not transforming this guy. Here he is next to Wild Rider. I'm not transforming him. I'm not. I don't have time for that. You could take the weapon here if you want. We'll look at in more detail of the character. You could do that. Attach it to his thing there, and then that's basically his leg mode. Actually, no. Here, you do that. There's leg mode, if you're curious. Here is actually how big his leg mode is next to this guy. Yes, if you want, you could do a more G1 style and have it like that, still the same height. I could have it like that. But yes, so that is that. But there you go. Shoot. But there you go. Here he is, 94 Racing. I don't know if that's a reference to something. That just reminds me. Transformers Rise of the Beast takes place in 1994. Is that supposed to represent like he was in 1994 and he did racing back then? Or is that just his racing number? It just says 94 Racing. I don't know. I think those are just stickers that have been applied or like decals, but I don't know. Here he is. Very cool. He's definitely one of my favorite cars. I do like the look of him. He's very plain, though. He's got that very flat plastic material. But yeah, there's the underneath of the car, of course, which actually, surprisingly, out of all these guys, you can't really tell that he forms a robot under there. This part here might give it away a little bit, or the spot here might look a little peculiar. His head is luckily contained up in there like that, so luckily you won't actually see the head when he's in this mode, so he's one of the few Transformer figures where the head actually hides. Well, the other guys do that as well. Their heads do actually hide. Dragstrips doesn't really, but somewhat. But here is his car mode. But yeah, it's just a cool little car. I do like it. It's very good and big. I mean, again, here's my hand, and again, I'm like 5'8", so do the math on that of how big my hand would be. Pretty cool design. Very cool. I do like it. It's a big, hefty car. I can fully wrap my hand around it. It's just a big car. and it's really cool. A little bit of weight to it, but not much. But yeah, that is about it. Look at those rims, bro. Nice. But yeah, it's gonna be about it. So let's get to the outro. But yeah, that was you can see he's trying to stand up. You can see, but yeah, that was my review of Transformers G2 Power of the Prime. Transformers G2, let's do that over again. Transformers G2 Combiner Wars, there you go. Breakdown. He's very cool. I did forget to mention that the chest has tabs. If you saw how easy I unplugged it, that was because I never usually plug the chest in, because before when I tried it, it didn't work. This time it did work, so his chest is plugged in right now. So if I pick him up by his chest piece, just his chest, you see he stands up. But, yeah, now I gotta get him standing again. Frick. But yeah, but there he is. Transformers Combiner Wars G2 Breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, that's gonna be it for... Go over. But that's probably gonna be it for now, guys. So yeah, as always, pop your proton packs, pop your steam locomotives, start your DeLoreans, and let's transform and roll out. This guy is a little annoying to mess with, but other than that, he's pretty alright. But yeah. But, and roll out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.